Good morning, friends. Welcome back, or welcome if you are new here, and happy Monday. So as you can see, I am in the kitchen. I'm about to take my morning supplement, so I thought I would bring you along with me and show you what I'm taking. For those of you who don't know, I am in the middle of my second week of Mounjaro GLP-1 injections. I take them on Thursdays, and today is Monday, so I took my second injection last Thursday. And my appetite suppression is super strong, and I wouldn't say I have nausea, very slight nausea, but I think it's just part of the appetite suppression and just not feeling hungry. So I'm going to show you how I start my mornings so I can start them with good supplements and a boost of protein. So I've got my little collection of goods over here in the corner, just because I use them daily, so putting them back in the cupboard every day just doesn't make sense. So I am going to actually try a new clear protein. Typically I've been starting my morning with this Isopure Mango Lime Clear Protein. It's super refreshing. It tastes really good. I have it linked in my description box below if you want to give it a try. But I ordered a sample pack of the Oath Clear Protein, and I got to choose my flavors. So I got the Frosty Lemonade, the Kiwi Strawberry, and the Icy Blue Raz. I'm going to try the Frosty Lemonade today because that's the one everyone recommends. This I just paid shipping on, so I got the actual protein for free, and then I paid I think $6 shipping or something like that. So I did want to try it because I've got the Oath Clear Protein in my Amazon shopping cart, and I wanted to know if it was good before I buy it an entire container. So I'm going to mix this with water. I'm going to try that on its own first before I mix in my other stuff, but then I'm going to add this Ultima Electrolytes pink lemonade flavor and 2 scoops of my Ultra Collagen grass-fed peptides. I got this from Sam's Club. It's the cheapest I could find, it has types 1 and 2 collagen, and it's like $8. When I bought it anyway, it was like $8 for this container. So let's mix up the protein first, give that a taste so I can see what it tastes like on its own, and then mix up my concoction, and I drink it out of this large 32-ounce Pioneer Woman mason jar glass. Alright, so this is just the Frosty Lemonade by itself. That is really good. It's sweeter than I thought it would be for it being lemonade. It's almost like a creamy lemonade. That is really good. I would buy that. So now I'm going to mix the pink lemonade in with it and my collagen and add a big scoop of ice. I guess the creamy flavor kind of makes sense since it shows it has whipped cream or something on top of it. So it's not just straight lemonade. It's Frosty Lemonade. And I'm also going to take a serving of these creatine gummies. I get these on Amazon. I will leave a link for you down below if you want to check them out. Serving size is 4 gummies, and they're good for strength, energy, endurance, and performance. I'm not like a bodybuilder or anything, but I do want to keep my muscle mass and not lose it as I lose weight. So I've heard that those can help. Plus there was some, Will had read somewhere or listened in a podcast that they were good to take if you have migraines. I don't know how much truth is behind that, so take that with a grain of salt. But that was the original reason I bought them, because they were on a lightning deal, so I was like, well, I will go ahead and try them. And I will say, since I started taking them, I haven't had a migraine, but I don't get migraines all that often anyway, so it could just be a fluke. I get a migraine maybe every 6 to 8 weeks, usually weather or hormone related. So anyway, I'm gonna go sip on my lemonade concoction. That gives me 20 grams of protein without feeling like I'm downing an energy, or not an energy drink, a protein drink. So I do recommend the clear protein for sure. The Isopure flavor is amazing, and then this Frosty Lemonade is also good. I think I still prefer the Isopure flavor because it's a bit more tart, and I just feel like it's more refreshing, but both flavors are great. It is 12:20, and I'm going to have the Celsius Retro Vibe, which is the sherbet slush flavor. It tastes like a melted snow cone or sherbet. It's my favorite flavor. Highly recommend if that's a flavor profile that you think you would like. It is now 2:15 and I need to get some protein in so I don't get too nauseous. So I'm having about a serving and a half of this low-fat cottage cheese, small curd from Walmart, and a drizzle of Mike's Hot Honey. This is going to give me 14 grams of carbs, 18 grams of protein, and 1 gram of fat. So I find that when I am able to stomach eating more frequent, smaller meals, I usually feel better. Instead of eating like 3 large meals a day, eating 6 smaller snacky type meals a day. And maybe it's not even a full meal. Like I wouldn't count this as a full meal. It's more of a snack. But it works best for me at this point in my journey. And so I have to be very conscious because I still don't have, like, my hunger cues are turned off basically. So I'm having to be like, okay, this is the first solid food I've had today. I had my protein drink this morning, I had my energy drink, and then I'm like, I need to get in some actual food into my stomach. So that's just what works best. And I find that when in the support groups that I'm in on Facebook, a lot of others say the same thing, that eating more frequently but smaller meals tends to help their nausea and just makes them feel better overall. So that's my goal. So I'm gonna go ahead and eat this. I've got some computer work to do and some editing to do on videos. Will is still at work. He's hoping to hear in a previous video titled Car Troubles, so you can go back and watch that if you want. I explained the whole saga. But essentially we are down to 1 vehicle now because his work vehicle basically took a crap on him and he was going to have to turn it in anyway once he started driving for the company, driving semi. So we are hoping that the fixes are easy enough, which it sounds like they are. But the company is wanting to retire the car out of their fleet because it's an older HHR, and we're hoping that they will sell it to us for dirt cheap so that we can just do the fixes ourselves and then he can continue using that as our secondary vehicle. Otherwise, this week and next week we are going to be car hunting for a used car that doesn't cost too much, and unfortunately adding a secondary car payment, which is really not what we want to do at this point in our financial journey. So I'm just praying that they will sell us the car for stupid cheap and that we can do the fixes that need to be done on our own. So he's hoping, all that to say, he's hoping to hear from the lady who's in charge of overall of the fleet cars today. He hasn't heard anything yet, so he might have to call up to the garage on his own once he's kind of towards the end of his shift and can talk. But as it is right now, he's using our personal vehicle to get to and from work, which leaves the kids and I at home with no vehicle, which is typically not, typically it doesn't matter. We homeschool. It's not like I have to take them anywhere typically, but this Thursday we do have, they're supposed to have dentist appointments, and it's kind of a hassle because where Alice has braces, she has to go in at 11:30 to get her wires taken out at the orthodontist, and then we come back home, and then I have to take her and Jackson to the pediatric dentist at 2 for their actual cleaning appointment, and then right after that at 3:10 back to the orthodontist to get her wires put back in. So it's technically 3 appointments on Thursday, and we will need the car for that. Unfortunately, Will also needs the car for getting between stores at work and getting home from work. Otherwise, he'll be stranded while we have the car, and we'll be stranded while he has the car. So I'm stressed about Thursday. Let's just put it that way. If we don't hear about him being able to get the company car by tomorrow, I'm gonna have to reschedule the appointments because it's just not gonna work. He needs the car for work, and their dentist appointments can be rescheduled. It's just kind of a hassle because it does have to be 3 appointments because she has to get her wires out and then put back in before and after the actual cleaning appointment. But that's the only thing we have going on this week where it kind of coincides with his schedule, and then he's on vacation next week, so that gives us free time to car hunt if needed. And then we have to have something, whether it be the company vehicle or a new to us used vehicle, before the 19th. That's when he starts his new position at work, driving semi, and that is when the kids and I are driving to Michigan. So if we don't have a secondary vehicle by then, we will have to cancel our Michigan trip, which really don't want to do. So wish us luck. We're hoping to have a vehicle of some sort by then. It is 4:40 and I am having what I would count as dinner. I was gonna make tacos tonight, but everyone kind of already ate other things. Will ate leftovers. The kids are fending for themselves, so I just decided to do a pizza for myself. These are the Max Pro, which have a higher protein value, Vital Pursuit pizzas. They are not a cauliflower crust, it's just a thin crust pizza. This is the chicken mozzarella. It's not huge, but it's filling enough for me. I also have a little bit of chopped cucumber that's left over from the beef banh mi bowls the other night, and like half a tablespoon of Greek dressing on it just for a little flavor. And then if I'm still hungry after this, I will cut up a Pink Lady apple. So with those Vital Pursuit pizzas, there are two options that they sell that are a little bit lower protein, I think 23 grams of protein, that are cauliflower crust. So just be careful if you're trying to avoid cauliflower crust or you prefer it, that look to see which one you're getting. But the Max Pro versions are just thin crust. There's the chicken mozzarella that I ate, and then there's a 4 cheese one as well. And those, like I said, have 33 grams protein. And then they have a cheese one and a pepperoni and sausage one, I think, of their regular Vital Pursuits pizzas, and those are cauliflower crust. I haven't tried those ones yet. I have them in my freezer. I just instinctively reach for the 33 gram pizzas because more protein, but I do have some of the other ones. Walmart had a clippable coupon online when I was doing my grocery order. My hand's just going. They had a clippable coupon the week that I ordered them. It was $1.50 off each pizza. They're normally $3.98, so that made them a decent price. And then this week I noticed there's a clippable again for $1 off, so I'm gonna stock up on a few more. It's just good to have on hand for like when the family does pizza night. It gives me a healthier option for pizza, and it's just such a quick and easy lunch or dinner for myself. So I just wanted to clarify that some of the Vital Pursuit pizzas are cauliflower crust and some are not. So that way you didn't grab one and say, but she said it's not cauliflower. Just wanted to clarify that. Going to have one of these ocean water mix-ins in my water cup at 6:30, and I noticed I haven't been drinking as much water as I need to, so I figured I would try a flavored one. So I'm going to add some ice and more water and just do, I think, just one pack. I could probably do 2 in here and make it more flavorful, but I don't know if I want it full flavored, so I'm gonna try one, taste it, and then see if I need to add another one. I also have the Starburst all pink flavoring, which I might try later, so I just pulled it out of my cabinet to remind myself that I have it. I've had these in a drawer for months at this point, and I just kind of keep forgetting that they're there. So if I pull them out where I can see them, I'm more likely to eat them or drink them. I was thinking of eating them because I did the same thing with these almonds. I pulled them out so I would remember to snack on them if I got a little peckish, and a can of tuna because I do want to make like a tuna bowl at some point, but I just have not been in the mood for it yet. But they're sitting on my counter so that I remember that I want to do those things. And add a little bit more water. It's only about halfway full, so. I love the ocean water drink from Sonic. So these little packets are nice because they're so much cheaper. I want to say it's like $1 for 10 flavor packets. Maybe there's not 10 in there. Maybe it's only 8. I'll check in a second. That's about how full I'm going to fill it. There are 6. I was completely wrong. There's 6 in here for $1, but it's still cheaper than going through the Sonic drive-thru. It's all mixed up. Let's see if it is too sweet or not sweet enough. Just about perfect. So about 3/4 of the way full. Those packets are made to go in a 16-ounce bottle of water, but I always think they're too strong when I do that, which is why I filled up my water cup most of the way and have ice in there. That way as it melts, it'll stay cold, but hopefully it'll be gone before long. Little sneak peek of what the girl is working on. She's doing another cardboard cutout creation. She's trying to get these done before her birthday so they can use them as props for photo opportunities. She's having a Beetlejuice themed party. Technically she's going roller skating with her friends for her actual party portion, and then we're all coming back to the house for a sleepover where there will be Beetlejuice themed things. So which character is this?
The monster across the street.
So she's working on that. So she sketches it freehand by looking at the picture, and then she paints it and then cuts it out and puts a stand on the back of it, and then they stand up. Like right now she has a collection of them in her room. Do you want me to go show them? Sure. You guys have probably seen them, but if you're new around here, if you want to know what we're talking about, we will show you. I showed in a vlog recently, she made her Jacqueline. It always sounds like she's saying Jacqueline. So her first one was Lydia. Her second one was Beetlejuice. And then Jacqueline, who's much taller than Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice! If you've seen the cartoon. Alice makes fun of me because I always mock or mimic him singing Beetlejuice.
He's French.
Yeah, he's French. He's got the French mustache and the beret on his head. So anyway, she's making another one of these. She also has two other ones sketched out. This is
Poopsie.
Poopsie, the dog.
From It's the Monster Across the Street dog.
And then Ginger the spider.
Tap dancing spider.
The tap dancing spider. So she's got those sketched out also. Checking herself out in the window.
No, I look like a sippy cup.
You look like a sippy cup? What does that even mean?
Oh.
What? She's refilling the bird feeder. My geraniums are not doing well out here. But I have a tomato growing on one of my plants. The plants themselves are doing wonderful. Focus. There we go. But I noticed little tiny baby tomato right there. This is the Sweet Million cherry tomatoes. And all of them are have blossoms. So that's a good sign that they're doing well. And the lettuce is growing really well.
I'm surprised like no squirrels.
I know. I'm hoping the birds stay out of the tomatoes. But yeah, my hand smells like a tomato plant now because I was touching it. And my blueberry bush is flowering. So it's like I'm a gardener, guys. Kind of. A little bit. We're gonna need more bird seed soon. I get the 40-pound black sunflower seeds just from Walmart. This is from last fall. We didn't finish the bag, so it carried us through like the winter and into the spring. Ignore the dusty table. There's so much pollen and stuff in the air. What are you doing? Underneath the plate? She loves slugs. Doesn't want to focus. Hi, little guy. She used to have a little slug farm of sorts.
Oh my god. It had a lot of babies.
It did have a lot of babies.
like a rice grain.
Yeah. We didn't know that we were going to be parents to a bunch of slugs, but she had a few, and then there were many. She's on to the painting portion of this project with her little lamp light thing there. She's taking up most of the space between the dining room and the kitchen. Silly girl. Love you.
Me too.
It is 8:21 and I am craving something kind of sweet. So I'm gonna have a Fairlife chocolate protein shake because it tastes like chocolate milk but has 30 grams of protein in it. Also just finished listening to All the Missing Pieces by Catherine Cowles. Gave it a 3-star. It was enjoyable. I would recommend if you just want a little bit of like a murder mystery romance. So yeah, 3-star rating on that one. So once I finish my Fairlife shake, which I haven't even opened it yet, but I was adding it to my app that I use to track. I've mentioned this already, but my Net Diary. It's similar to MyFitnessPal, but MyFitnessPal changed some things, and when I recently tried to use it, like it wasn't letting me scan UPCs unless I had premium, which is a no-go for me. My Net Diary does allow you to scan, and it has a huge database just like MyFitnessPal, so if you were struggling with MyFitnessPal and don't like it and don't want to pay, check out my Net Diary. So anyway, after I drink that, it will put me for the day, which I don't know if I'm done eating for the day, but I'm close. It's 8:30 at night. I try not to eat too late. But carbs, 53 grams, protein, 113 grams, so I hit my protein goal, and fat, 20 grams. So sitting really good for the low carb lifestyle, high protein, hydrated. I did not get movement in today because it was cold out and rainy. So Alice, we should go on a walk tomorrow. You need to force me to go on a walk. we didn't do, no, she's like, we didn't do much last week. Actually, tomorrow night we're gonna be out of the house for Trail Life Court of Honor. It's Jackson's award night for Trail Life. So unless we do it earlier in the day, I don't know what the weather's gonna be like either. My goal is to try and walk tomorrow though. So hopefully with Alice's prompting, she can help me get out there and walk the neighborhood tomorrow. But yeah, gonna drink my shake. Also, Built Puff Bars. If you're not buying them from Sam's Club, what are you even doing? They're so much cheaper. They average about $1.53 per bar from Sam's Club. Granted, you only can get their one variety pack, which has 2 flavors in it. I think it has cookie dough. Let me look, because I just ordered some because they were finally back in stock is what I came on to say. They had been out of stock on Sam's Club. Yes, you get 7 brownie batter and 6 cookie dough chunk for $19.94 for the case. So it's $1.53 each. Even buying them from the Built Bar website, it's more expensive than that. Getting them at Walmart is the second cheapest place I've found to get them, and that comes out to, you can buy them in 4 packs. And what was the math on that? I just figured it out because I was like, Sam's Club is like a steal. So it's $8.98 for a 4 pack, so you're paying $2.25 per bar. Just under $2.25 per bar. Don't know why I needed a calculator to do that math. Should have been able to do that in my head. Slightly embarrassed. Anyway, $2.25 a bar, and I think they're slightly higher than that on the actual website, which is super frustrating. But I ordered 2 cases of them because they've been out of stock for weeks at this point, and I just kept watching. I had them in my cart earlier and went to go check out, and they were out of stock, and then I checked again just 15 minutes ago and they were back in stock. So hopefully they're in stock when they go to fulfill my order. But I did place a Sam's Club online shipping order. I have the Pro membership, whatever, the more expensive one, so that way I can order online and not have to pay shipping as long as I'm spending over $50. And let me see what I ordered. I got a case of vanilla Nuri protein shakes. They're supposed to be pretty good. I have not tried them. A case of seaweed that Alice likes, 2 of the Built Bars, paper towels, and a box of the cooked sticky rice that we've been using for like snack bowls, rice bowls, stuff like that. Alice has basically been using them, but it's convenient when she wants rice or some sort of rice bowl to have those, because you literally just vent the bowl. I can show you. I've showed them recently because we've been eating them, but you just vent the bowl and microwave it for a minute and you've got sticky rice. So she's been cooking it and putting it, rolling it up in her seaweed pack. Okay, I'm struggling. Here, this is what it looks like. So it's the cooked sticky rice, the Bibigo, I don't know how to pronounce that, brand, and it comes like these little bowls. You just vent it, microwave it for a minute, and you're good to go. And so I ordered another case of those just to have on hand because I did need, well, I needed to hit the $50 minimum, which I easily did with my protein bars and drinks, but I don't place online orders often, so typically when I do, I order seaweed because it can only be purchased for an online order, like shipping. They don't sell it in store, so I usually order seaweed, and then that rice will probably be another one that I order each time because I only do an online order like once, maybe once a month. Lately it's been about once a month because I've been finding fun products that I want to try that are available for shipping. But I do need to do a large Sam's Club in-person order next week. I have my shopping cart. It's about $180 worth. Plus I need to order cupcakes, so it'll be closer to $200. Alice's birthday party is next weekend, and we're getting some of the food from Sam's Club. She's going roller skating. I think I talked about this earlier. She's going roller skating and then having a sleepover. But we're gonna have pizza at the roller skating rink, and then when they get home, she wants Cheetos and Doritos for late night snacks. So I was gonna get bags of those from Sam's Club. And then the next morning we're doing donuts, and we're getting those probably from Kroger on Friday because they have $5 a dozen donuts on Friday. So we'll just pick those up on Friday and have them ready for Saturday morning. I have to yawn. And then I'm getting strawberries and grapes from Sam's Club for her birthday, and then other things. We usually do a big Sam's Club order about every 6 to 8 weeks, typically when we're running low on ground beef. So I get the 10-pound chub from Sam's, and we only have, I think, 4 pounds left. So by the time we get to next week, it'll be, I need stuff from there anyway because I'm ordering cupcakes. She wants the chocolate and vanilla, like half and half cupcakes with green and purple frosting and black sprinkles on them, so Beetlejuice colors. You wanted black sprinkles, right? She's probably not listening. Alice.
What?
Did you want black sprinkles on your frosting or on your cupcakes from Sam's?
Yeah, sure.
Isn't that what you decided?
I think so.
She thinks so. It was either no sprinkles whatsoever or the black ones, chocolate sprinkles. They didn't have them. So she can do silver or like gold, white, multicolored, or black. But she's doing green and purple frosting. So anyway, all that to say, I placed an online order for Sam's Club with some protein products, Built Bars being one of them. Crossing my fingers they don't cancel that order for being out of stock. And then next week you will see not a huge Sam's Club haul, but $200 worth of Sam's Club goodies for the month, or month and a half. Alright friends, it's about 9:15. I am done eating. That shake filled me up and I finished off my ocean water. Is that what it's called? Sonic ocean water. So I'm going to refill that. I'm going to rinse it out, refill it with just regular ice water to continue sipping on through the night and calling it an evening. So Will and I just watched an episode of Landman. Really enjoying that series. Billy Bob Thornton makes that show. His character is hilarious. But it's got, I mean, it's not a lighthearted show by any means, but his character is great. Are you going to bed?
Yeah.
Oh, it's only 9:19. He's going to bed.
You get up early in the mornings.
I know, but you've been staying awake usually till like 10.
I know, I'm feeling it.
Oh, okay, okay. He's going to bed. Tell the people good night.
Night. I guess.
I guess.
You'll see this in like a week from now.
Like, this one goes up on like the 10th. So yeah, 5 days from now. Alright friends, drop a comment, share some love, and we'll see you again tomorrow. Bye.